Hi guys, I'm James McIntosh and today I'm joined with our latest signing, Trevor Caborn. Trevor has signed from Winchester City. Trevor, first of all, how does it feel to now be part of the Gosport family?
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to thank all the Gosport staff, the chairman, both gaffers and other people involved, Mark especially, and also Ben. But yeah, it feels amazing. I'm really excited to join the fold of the team. It's looking like a strong team this season. I think we're going to be able to go and compete. And yeah, excited.
Well, Trevor, you're only a young player still, but for fans who might not know you, could you just give the fans a little bit of a rundown of your career so far?
Yeah, sure. Okay, growing up, I played grassroots football in Portsmouth. And then from there, I was picked up by Brighton Hove Albion Academy from the ages of 13 to 16. And then COVID happened, and unfortunately, I fell out of the academy system. However, I wanted to carry on my football, so I went over to National League side Woking. I went into their college program there and completed that. And then after that, after college was finished, I started playing for a local team near myself called Alton. And the gaffer there, he introduced me to the gaffer at Winchester, which were the same league as Gosport. And yeah, I trialled there and managed to impress and join Winchester. And I think I surprised a lot of people because I was a young player on the scene and I was kind of an unknown quantity. So, I was grateful for the opportunity that Winchester gave me as well in that first year. And I think, reflecting on what happened last season, I think that first season there at 19, I think we really managed to do something well. And actually, yeah, it made me realise how well we actually did that first season at Winchester. And yeah, I had a lot of fun as well, just going out there. And yeah.
Well, you mentioned about it there, how your first season was quite fun. I mean, that's sort of reflective in the stats I've got as well. So I did see, I think it was the Southern League who posted this, but in the 2023-24 season, you did get in the team of the season. So, I mean, that sort of just sums it up, really, that season for you.
Yeah, exactly. I think for me, I just go to the games and go and play. But it's really fantastic to see that people are recognizing your performances. And I was really grateful to see that the league had nominated me for that. And yeah, it was a really nice surprise. But it definitely boosted my confidence a lot, really. And yeah, definitely, like I said before, it was very fun. And I was just enjoying my football. So yeah.
Well, Trevor, it's always a good sign when a commentator can remember your name because you must have played at Gosport probably 4-5 times when you were at Winchester, but I remember you causing a lot of damage down the right-hand side when playing against us. But like I was saying there, you're clearly quite a gifted winger in that sense. But I was speaking to Mark as well, and he was actually mentioning you can also play a bit of a striker role as well. So going into next season, could we see you occupy a mix of positions, I suppose?
Yeah, absolutely. I think towards the end of my first season at Winchester and also this season just gone by, I sort of transitioned into more of a centre forward role as well. And the more I played there, the more I grew into the position. And I think that's important to be adaptable as a player. As a player, you have to try and be the complete player. It's not all about, focusing and tunnel visioning on one position. Because, sometimes on match day, systems may change around. You might not play with wingers. You might play with two centre forwards or, you might play with narrow forwards. So you've got to be adaptable as a player. And I think, to be able to add some of the skills from learning from other experienced players at Winchester in the centre forward role, a few tools that I can add to the toolbox, and be kind of versatile as well. In both positions and try to be effective in both positions as well. Even though being a right winger is my natural position, and I've grown up playing there.
So you mentioned about there how you have to have all those different skills in order to flourish really in those two positions. For like I said, the fans who haven't really seen too much of you, could you just give us a little bit of an overview of some of your best attributes that you can really offer to this team?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say that I'm a very direct player. I like to be on the offensive, just attacking relentlessly. Um, I like to use my pace. I would say that's one of my biggest attributes. My speed, it always has been one of my biggest attributes. But as I've been learning at this level, you have to be able to use your speed wisely. So becoming, a more balanced player, using that speed well. And I think I'm also a skillful player as well. And I love to take players on 1v1. And one thing about me, I like to play off the right as I'm right-footed, but I also have the ability to go in on my left. But also, I love creating for my teammates. I love creating opportunities and goal-scoring opportunities. And likewise, I think when that attack is flowing, not only am I creating for them, but they'll also create for me. So, yeah, that's what I would say.
You mentioned about creating chances there for other players. You even said beforehand about you've been checking on social media, the Gosport social media channels, about some of the players that have come in and that have also stayed on board. So I'm sure you know the likes of Dan Wooden, a prolific striker at this level, Rafa Ramos. I'm guessing this sort of project that's really starting to align now with the club. How exciting is it now to link up with those players going into the new season?
Yeah, it's really exciting. I mean, I've been able to play against them in previous games, like you said, and I've always known Gosport to be such a strong team. The style of football as well, but also their individual players and their attack. Really exciting, and I can't wait to also be providing for them and for them to also be providing with me to get that chemistry as well. Really flowing, and I think that we can be a really effective strike force that's going to go and score a lot of goals, and goals win games. Goals win games. So that's the main aim each and every single game. So yeah, I'm hoping we can take a lot of our chances this season and put a lot of confidence within each other, and I think
Definitely. And Trevor, you've also, like I said there, you've mentioned quite a few of your attributes. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if there was quite a few teams looking around at you trying to sign you. But what was it about Gosport really that caught your eye and made you say, I want to play here next season?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think from playing against them previously, I know they're a really strong side, and I'm an ambitious player. I want to be competing at the top of the league, But I also understand that this league's really tough. There's not much in it. So it's, it's week in, week out, and each and every single week it's a battle on each and every single game. So it can be tight, but I think there's a lot of focused players in Gosport. I think the setup is quite professional as well. That's something that, I think I'm used to coming up in that academy environment as well. And then also just a few mutual people and then the staff as well showing their interest in me, both the gaffers that have come in and stepped up. Yeah, just showing that genuine interest. I think it really gave me confidence, and with the new pitch going down as well, the new Astro, really excited to play on that surface. So I think it's just a great time to join the club as well. I think, like you say, it's an opportunity, and opportunities come at a specific time, and you either take it or you don't. And I've decided to take this one, and hope by the grace of God it will pay off.
Fantastic stuff, mate. Come the end of the season, what would you like to say you've achieved for yourself and for Gosport?
That's a great question. Hold on. For myself, I just think a successful season, just one where I'm having fun. I think I know where I'm having fun and I'm improving as a player. The goals, the assists, they'll come. And football's a team game, so it's not all about me. And then as a team, I would say, being up there, finishing within and around the playoffs. I haven't experienced that in my career, and I'd love to go and experience that. And yeah, just keeping that focus each and every single game throughout the season. So when it does come to the business end of the season, we have something to compete for. So yeah, that'll be the two main aims.
Well, Trevor, I've got a good feeling about you signing for Gosport, and I've also got a funny feeling that I'm going to be doing a lot of media work around you next season. I'm sure we'll have some good goals to report on, that's for sure. But just finally, to initiate yourself as a Gosport player, can we end the interview with 3 final words, that being up the borough?
Up the borough.
And final words from me, up the borough.